welcome to our craft time for VBC. We won't always be doing crafts. Sometimes we'll be doing other activities or even some kind of experiments. But to begin VBC, we've already talked a little bit about God sightings and how we can see the things that God is doing in our lives and all around us. So we're going to be making a blessing box for our time over the 5 weeks of VBC. And this blessing box will be a way that you can write something down that you're thankful for, or something that you see that you think is a blessing from God. And it can be any kind of thing. It can be something that you feel, it can be something that you see, or it can be something that you experience, anything that you want to write down to put in this blessing box. It can be something that reminds you of all the blessings that we have from God. So we're gonna get started, and you'll need a few things. So if you need to, you can pause this video, and you'll need an actual shoebox. If you don't have a shoebox, you can always use like a glass jar to put things in instead of a shoebox. So I have wrapping paper to decorate my box with. If you don't have wrapping paper or don't want to use wrapping paper, you can always paint. You can draw something and then cut it out and glue it on there. You can do it however you want. But this is the way that I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it too with wrapping paper. So go ahead and get all of your materials ready, and I'll meet you here. Now, we're gonna start with wrapping the bottom first. So this is the wrapping paper I'm gonna use. It has candy on it. So get your wrapping paper, and you're going to take it out like this. You want it to be about 2 inches longer than each side. So for instance, this side, I want it to be about just a little bit longer than the top of this. So I'm gonna mark it with a pen. I'm gonna mark it maybe right there. And then on this side, I'm gonna mark it right here. Now what you want to do is you want to cut diagonally. So I have these lines, but we're gonna cut to this corner. It'll be corner to corner, just like this. Okay? All right, so now we're gonna get our tape. We will need our tape for this. All right. So I'm just gonna fold that inside. And it is okay if it doesn't look perfect. Mine is not going to look perfect, that's for sure. You can cut off any extra parts that don't work. Now, it's not perfect. See, I have a little bit of paper hanging, and that's what I'm gonna use my tape for, is to cover up some of these not so pretty places. Now, as you can see, there's still a lot of paper on the inside that just folded naturally. But if you don't have that, then you may have to tape it a little bit more. So when you're making this, I want you to be thinking of all the things that you do throughout the day. And maybe some things you'll be doing this summer. And keep an eye out for all the things that God is doing. Okay, now it's time for our lid. And what I'm gonna do is use a different kind of wrapping paper. Kind of a fun wrapping paper that will contrast. So I have this fun wrapping paper. That I'm gonna wrap my lid in. So for the lid, we're actually gonna do the same thing. When we have our paper like this, now we can do the same thing. Cut along this diagonal line from corner to corner. All right. So now we have it like this, and we can fold. We may want to cut off this section. So now this is what I have. And now we can tape. And there is my top. Look at that zebra and the elephant, and there's a lion, a giraffe. They look so funny. I love this wrapping paper. So now I put it on my box just like this. Isn't that fun? I love that. All right, so now it's time to make a hole in the top. You can make any shape hole. You can make it a circle or a rectangle like I'm gonna do, but you may need something sharp like scissors or even some kind of razor. So if you need help with that, go ask your parents to help you. So I'm gonna draw a rectangle just like that. Can you see that? It's not perfect, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna use my scissors to cut. So now, I can write on here and then fold it up and put it in my box. Now I'm gonna write the words blessing box on mine. If you wanna do that too, you can. I'm going to use glitter glue like this. So, now you see mine says blessing box. I really like the way this turned out. But I want you to be creative with whatever you want to do with this box. And if you want to put a dinosaur or a bird or or your pet on it, or a picture of your parents that you have in your room, then by all means, I want you to put anything that you love on that. And remember all the good things that God does for us. So during the week, you can write them down and put it in the box. And at the end of VBC, we will look at them and thank God. Now, if you don't have a shoebox, you can use a jar just like this. And this has a lid on it. And you can use this as your blessing jar. And what I'm gonna do, just to show you real quick, is I have my jar and I have some paint. You can get any color that you want. And I'm just gonna do a real quick paint over the jar. If you want to do it on the inside, you can do that too. Now make sure you don't get this on your clothing. And if you want, you can decorate this. You can do it any way you want. But this will be your blessing jar. And I like the color yellow to remind me of God's blessings. So there's my jar. And I have some blue that I'm going to use. This is kind of a metallic blue. And we shake, 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 shake. So I'm just gonna draw, I don't know, just maybe some designs. And then I'm gonna try to set it upside down so it can dry, just like that. And make sure to wash out your brushes and clean up your workstation when you're done. Thanks for joining us at Vacation Bible Camp. Make sure to check back in with us on Wednesday at 10 o'clock for more fun. We'll see you then.